Hi, salut, servus and salve! Here is Julie from Indigo Handmade Design. Welcome if you are new here, or welcome back, my friend. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this granny square sweater. This is a made-to-measure sweater, so grab your yarn, your crochet hook, and let's get started. In my today's project, I'm going to use this yarn right here. This is acrylic baby yarn. It's from Ice Yarns. I'm going to use 3 of these cakes, and it has 100 gram, 360 meters each cake. It says it is a size 2, although I would categorize this as a size 3 acrylic yarn. In addition to the yarn, I'm also going to use a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, yarn needle, pair of scissors, and stitch markers. So, to make this sweater, we are going to make first a bunch of granny squares. They are all different size, so I have granny squares with 5 rounds in total. I have granny squares with 4 rounds, with 3 rounds, with 2 rounds, and only 1 round. So I'm making a size medium. We are going to make first 2 rectangles, one for the front, one for the back, using our different sized granny squares. Now I'm going to show you first how to make the granny square. Okay, so take your yarn and your 4.5 millimeter crochet hook and make a magic ring. Pull up a loop and chain 3. This counts as a double crochet. We are going to work into the magic ring 2 more double crochets, and then you are going to chain 2, 1, 2, and make 3 double crochets into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, and then chain 2 again, and 3 double crochets into the magic ring. So we are going to repeat this step until we have 4 clusters in total. So chain 2 again, and the last double crochet cluster. Now you are going to chain 2, close the magic ring, and you are going to slip stitch to your 3rd chain, chain 1, and fasten off. So this is the smallest granny square, 1 round. Now to make the granny square with 2 rounds, we are going to start the same and repeat this round 1. Once you've done that, you are going to slip stitch again to your 3rd chain to close round 1. Now you are going to slip stitch the next 2 double crochets, and then slip stitch into your 2 chain space. Now you are going to chain 3. This counts as a double crochet, and into the same 2 chain space make 2 double crochets. Then you will have a chain of 2, and into the same 2 chain space you are going to make 3 double crochets. So this is going to be the corner. See? So the chain of 3 counts as your first double crochet. So you have 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Now you are going to go over to your next 2 chain space and make the second corner, which is again 3 double crochets, a chain of 2, and 3 more double crochets. Then go over to the next 2 chain space and make your 3rd corner, which is again 3 double crochets, a chain of 2 and 3 more double crochets into the same 2 chain space from round 1. And now the fourth corner, so 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 more double crochets, and this is the granny square with only 2 rounds. Now you are going to slip stitch to your third chain from the first stitch you've made, chain 1 and fasten off like this. Now to make the granny square with 3 rounds, you are going to repeat round 1, then round 2, and I'll meet you back for round 3. So once you're at the end of round 2, you are going to slip stitch to your third chain, and now to start the third round, so for the fourth and also for the fifth round, you are going to start the same. By the way, you are going to chain 3, so you are not slip stitching into the corner. So chain 3, this counts as a double crochet, and then make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And now this double crochet from the corner we are going to skip, and we are going to work right away into the corner and make our first corner, so which is again 3 double crochets, a chain of 2 and 3 more double crochets worked into the same 2 chain space from the previous round. And now you are going to continue by making double crochets, so skip the first double crochet and then work 1 double crochet into the next, and again 1 double crochet into the next, and here is again your corner. You are going to work only the 2 first double crochets, and now you are going to skip the last one from the corner and make your second corner. So 1, 2, 3 double crochets, a chain of 2, and 1, 2, and 3 double crochets. And now again you are going to repeat, so skip the first and make 1 double crochet into the next, 1 double crochet into the next, 1 double crochet into the next, and 1 more. And now you are going to skip the last one where the corner is and go into the 2 chain space and make your third corner. 1, 2. So I'm going to finish this round with you, so again skip the first and then make 1 double crochet into the next 4 stitches, and then skip the last and make your last corner, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets into the same 2 chain space. And now you are going to skip the first one and make your last 2 double crochets to finish round 3. Now you are going to slip stitch to your third chain, chain 1 and fasten off. So this is the granny square with 3 rounds, and then you are going to make granny square with 4 rounds. So to start the 4th round, you are just going to slip stitch to close the round, and then chain 3 again and make 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet, and then skip the last double crochet where the corner is. Then make the corner, skip the first one, and make 1 double crochet in each double crochet till you have 1 stitch left again, and make the second corner. And for the granny square with 5 rounds is exactly the same, so you are repeating round 3 basically. So now let me give you some measurements. So the smallest one is 4 centimeters, the one with 2 rounds is 6 centimeters. The one with 3 rounds is 9 centimeters. The one with 4 rounds is 11 centimeters. And the one with 5 rounds is 14 centimeters. So I'm going to finish all of my granny squares off camera. So we need 2 rectangles, one for the front, one from the back, and we are going to build from these rectangles to shape the sweater for the front, to shape for the back, and to make our sleeves. I'll meet you back in a second to tell you how many granny squares that I've made of each one of them, and also show you how I'm putting them together to create this square. Okay, so I've put here together one of the panels. So I'm not sure which one is going to be for the front or for the back, so it doesn't matter at the moment. So I have 1, 2, 3 and 4 with 5 rounds. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 4 rounds. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 with 3 rounds, 1, 2, 3 with 2 rounds, and 1, 2, 3, 4 with only 1 round. And as you can see, I have a little space right here in between. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to join my squares with single crochet, and I want to have the joining on the right side of my work so that it has like more textures. And here I'm just going to add some double crochet stitches to even here out. Yeah, so I'm going to do this off camera and meet you back again. Okay, so I have here my second panel. For my second panel, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4 squares with 4 rows. I have 1, 2, 3 squares with 5 rows, so 5 rounds. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 with 3 rounds, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 squares with 2 rounds, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares with only 1 round. And then what I've also done is I've added here 2 double crochet rows to even this out and make it easier to attach other squares. And also let me see right here, since this square is like more up here and this square is like down here, so I've added here 4 double crochets to even this space out. Now what I'm going to do next, let me give you first the measurements. So I am a size medium, my bust measures 90 centimeters, although I want to have a positive ease for my sweater. So my width of the panel is 50 centimeters and it is 37 centimeters in height. Okay, so here is the back panel. Now what I've decided to do next is I'm going to single crochet all the way around my panel first. So I want to make sure that I have the same amount of stitches on both sides, and also on the top and on the bottom of my panel. And in each corner I am going to make 3 single crochets. So this is the first corner. I'm going to make right away 3 single crochets, and then I'm going to go by making 1 single crochet in each double crochet, and I'm going to make 1 single crochet here, and then go right away and make my single crochet into the next corner of my granny square. And I'm also going to count my stitches. Okay, so I've made a round of single crocheting all the way around my panel. Now I've joined with a slip stitch to the first stitch that I've made. Now I'm going to slip stitch 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and here is where I'm going to start my double crochet rows. So I'm going to chain 3. This counts as my first double crochet, and then make 1 double crochet in each single crochet that I've made, and I'm going to work like this until I reach the corner, and here is where I'm going to stop making my double crochets. Then I'm going to chain 3, turn my work, and continue making double crochet rows. So I'm going to work off camera and then let you know how many double crochet rows that I've made. So this is going to be the upper part of the panel. I'm also going to separate for the neck opening, so I want to have a turtleneck. I'm going to separate, leave some stitches in between for the neck opening, and then work separately for the shoulder part for the back panel. So this is going to be the back panel. I'm going to work on each side another double crochet row. So only for the back panel it's going to be only 1 double crochet row for the shoulder part. So I'm going to finish this off camera and then meet you back again. Okay, so I've worked a total of 4 double crochet rows for the back panel, and then for my 5th row I've made 25 double crochets. I have in the middle 24 double crochets that I didn't work, and then worked for the other side of the shoulder 25 double crochets. Now my neck opening is, let me measure this for you, it is 20 centimeters. Now I'm going to pick up my stitches on the bottom of the panel, and I'm also going to work a few rows to increase the length of the panel. Keep in mind that we are going to add a ribbing, so if you don't want to have a too long sleeve, don't work too many double crochet rows. So I'm probably going to work about 5 double crochet rows, and then I'm going to work on the front panel, and I'll meet you back again. Okay, so here I have my back panel done. So I have these 5 double crochet rows, so 4 entire rows, and then split for the shoulder. And at the bottom I've made a total of 3 double crochet rows. And for the front panel, here is my front panel. I've worked first 2 rows of double crochet. I left for the neck opening 18 rows in between, and for the shoulder part I've worked first 26 double crochets, and then I've made a decrease. So for the third row I have a total of 27 double crochet. Then I've started again with one decrease, which leads me to 26 double crochets in the fourth row, and the fifth row I've made 24 double crochets and then ended up with a decrease, so which leads me to 25 double crochets, so the same amount of double crochets that I have on my back panel. So the amount of stitches that you have for the shoulders should be the same on the front and also on the back panel. And then I pick up my stitches right here, and I've started on row 3 right away with a decrease and then 26 double crochets, which leads me to a total of 27 double crochets again. Then for row 4 I've made 25 double crochets and ended with a decrease, which leads me to 26 double crochets. And then for row 5 I've started right away with one decrease and made my remaining 24 double crochets, which leads me to 25 double crochets in total on my last row. And at the bottom again I've picked up my stitches and made 3 double crochet rows in total. Now it's time to decide how wide you want to have your arm opening, so for the sleeve. And for this you can take your tape measurement or a ruler if you don't have a tape measurement, and since I am a size medium, I want to have a sleeve opening for about, let's say, 19 centimeters. So I'm going to take my stitch marker and put the stitch marker down here so that I know I have 19 centimeters. So this means I'm going to start crocheting right here for the sleeve. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. So this is the front panel, by the way, and now I'm going to count the stitches. So here are the rows that I've added, 1 2 3 4 5. So I'm going to start counting right here where my single crochets are. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 stitches, and I'm going to place my stitch marker also on this side. So I have my 1 2 3 4 5 rows of double crocheting, and then I need to count 18 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. This means right here I'm going to place my stitch marker. See? And now I'm going to repeat the process on the back panel. So again, you are going to have your first 5 rows of double crocheting and then count. So in my case I'm going to count again 18 stitches, place a stitch marker, 18 stitches right here, and place my stitch marker. Okay, now the next step is going to be assembling the front and the back panel together. So now you can decide if you want to have the seaming on the wrong side of your work or if you want to have the seaming on the right side of your work. So I want to have my seaming on the right side of my work, since I want to have a lot of texture to my sweater. So for this I'm going to put the front and the back panel the wrong side facing each other, Now let me see. So here are the wrong sides facing each other, and I'm going to close the shoulder part by working into the loops that are near to each other. So on this side is going to be the back loop, and on this side is going to be, it's basically also the back loop, but it's the loop that is near to you. And I'm going to single crochet this down. So I've also, if I didn't mention, I've also closed my granny squares with single crochets on the right side of my work, working into the loops that are near to each other. So I'm going to repeat the same on this side, and then I'm also going to close this side of the panel also on the right side of my work. So here into the double crochet rows at the bottom, I'm just going to put 2 single crochets into each double crochet row, and then on here on the side, since I've made this round of single crocheting around the panel, I'm also going to single crochet into the back loop only of my stitches, so the loops that are near to each other. So I'm going to make this off camera, since we all know how to do single crochets, and I'll meet you back again for the sleeve. Guys, so I went ahead and already crocheted one of the sleeves, and also closed this side of the sleeve, and as you can see, I've also closed by making the single crochet on the right side of my work. So the sleeve, it is let me measure this quickly for you. It is about 44 centimeters long. I didn't make the ribbing because I'm probably not going to have enough yarn to make my second sleeve, to make the collar, so the turtleneck, and to do the ribbing. So I probably need to take another blue yarn, another colorway, or yeah, what I have in my stash. So I've made for the moment only the sleeve without the ribbing. So the sleeve is also worked in double crochet rows, but into the back loop only, and I've started here where the stitch marker is, so where the armpit is. I've used, of course, my 4.5 millimeter hook. So this is what I have left from my third skein, so I hope I have enough to finish at least the sleeve. So you are going to make a slip knot and then join the way you prefer. You can join with a single crochet and then chain 2, or you can join with a slip stitch and then chain up 3 for your first double crochet. So it doesn't really matter. And I'm also working right away into the back loop only, so I'm single crocheting, then chain up 2. This counts as my first double crochet, and then I'm just going to be making 1 double crochet into the back loop only into each stitch, and then once I reached my double crochet rows, the upper part of my panel, I'm just going to be making 2 double crochets into each double crochet row. Then I've also made 1 double crochet right here where the shoulder seam is, and then worked on the other side onto the, so this is for the moment the back panel and this is the front panel, and then I've also worked on the other side. And then so as I said, you are working all the way down double crochets into the back loop only, each and every row. Then each fifth row, so 1 2 3 4, and each fifth row, I've made a decrease at the beginning and at the end of the row. So double crochet together at the beginning, double crochet together at the end of the row, and then work again 4 rows of double crocheting, and the fifth one, it's going to be a decrease row. I've worked a total of 28 double crochets, but since I am not very tall, so I am 160, of course I also don't have long arms, so for me this is enough. But go ahead and adjust this to your size that you are making. Maybe you are making a small, a large, a extra large, and also to the length that you need for your size. And the very last row, which is row 29, I've made a row of single crocheting, and I've decreased in each and every stitch. So I've worked 2 single crochets, 2 stitches together all the way around to kind of cinch in the width of the sleeve. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to work my second sleeve off camera and see how far that I come with my yarn right here, and then I'll meet you back again for the turtleneck, and also to show you how to finish, how to make the ribbing for the sleeves, and how to make the ribbing at the bottom of the sweater. And I'm also thinking that maybe I'm going to pull out on the right side of my work all these tails to have this kind of messy look, so I'm not sure. Okay, so I finished both sleeves. Now I want to make the ribbing, so I'm going to start right here where my first stitch is. So take your yarn, make a slip knot, and join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Now go ahead and chain the amount of chains that you want to have for your ribbing. I'm going to chain 8. I want to have a total of 7 stitches for the ribbing. Now you are going to slip stitch the first 3 chains, and then you are going to single crochet your remaining chains. In my case, it's going to be 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you are going to slip stitch 2 stitches at the base of your sleeve. 1, 2, turn your work, skip the first 2, and from now on we are going to work into the back loop only of our stitches. I'm going to single crochet the first 4 stitches and then slip stitch the last 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slip stitch my last 3, working into the back loop only. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to chain 1, turn my work and repeat again. Slip stitch the first 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet my remaining 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then again slip stitch at the base of your sleeve, 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then you are going to turn your work, skip the first 2, and then repeat 4 single crochets and 3 slip stitches. So I'm going to do this for both sleeves, and then I'm also going to work the bottom of my sweater into the same manner, but I'm going to chain 16 to have a total of 15 stitches, and then I'm going to slip stitch the first 3 and then single crochet my remaining 12 stitches. So for the bottom I want to have 15 stitches, for the sleeve I want to have only 7. Okay, so I'm going to do this off camera, and then I'll meet you back again to show you how to make the turtleneck. Okay, now to make the turtleneck, what we are going to do is we are going to work the same way we've made the sleeves. So take your yarn and your crochet hook, make a slip knot, and I'm going to join on the left shoulder on the right side of my work, right here where the seam is, with a slip stitch and a chain of 3, which is counts as a double crochet. And then I'm going to alternate on the side. Into the first row I'm going to make 3 single crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and into the next double crochet row I'm going to make only 2. So I want to increase the my work, the look of the turtleneck, so that it's nicely flowing down. Into the next row I'm going to make 3 double crochets again, like so. Now I'm going to work right here into this stitch and make 1 double crochet, like into the corner, and then you have your, so in my case I have my 18 stitches right here on the front opening. So here I'm going to alternate by making 1 double crochet into the next and 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So I'm alternating between 1 and 2 double crochets. Then in the corner right here 1 double crochet, and you are going to repeat on this side what you've done here. So you are going to have 3 double crochets into the first double crochet row from the front panel, then you will have 2 double crochets, and then you will have 3 double crochets, and you are going to put also 1 here where the joining is. Then you are going to go on the back side and make again 1 here into the joining, and you have only 1 double crochet row on the neck opening on the back panel, so you are going to make 3 double crochets in there, and then you are going to alternate into the double crochet stitches with between 1 and 2 double crochets into each stitch. Once you're at the end of the round, you are going to slip stitch to your third chain to close the round, and then you are going to turn your work, and you are going to work 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet, but into the back loop only. If you don't want to join your rounds, you can just chain 3, turn your work, and of course make your double crochets into the back loop only, and you can leave it open on the left side if you prefer so, or you can just to kind of match the look of the sweater, you can single crochet to see the seaming once it's folded over. Okay, so here is my turtleneck. I ended up doing 8 rounds in total since I ran out of yarn. Here is how it's looking like. So I've decided that I'm going to pull all these yarn ends out, and then I'm just going to tie the ends that are near to each other into a knot like this, and just let them hang out of the sweater to have this messy look. At this point, I'm at the end of my tutorial. Thank you all for watching and for joining me today, letting me take you a little bit of your time here on the internet. I wish you all a good day and see you soon with a new one. Bye!